Hello, and thanks for joining me tonight. My name is Mike Tellerino. I am the CEO of Canine for Veterans. Tonight, we've got Corey Walter from the Lions Club, Elburn Lions Club. We got Chuck, and I'm going to say Grananer.
Galauner.
Close enough. And we have Zach, our Midwest spokesperson. First of all, I want someone to tell us a little bit about the Elburn Lions Club. You guys seem to do so much and you're so involved in your community. I mean, it's amazing what you guys do. Why don't you start out by telling us a little bit about what you're doing?
Well, Lion Chuck, if it's all right, I'm going to defer to you because you've been a member longer than me, and you've got a lot of history with the
I've got I've got about 16 years with the club. We're a club of about 178, 79 now, I believe. We're the largest Lions club in the state of Illinois, and
Really?
the last I heard, we were about 12th largest in the country.
Oh wow.
That's amazing.
Um,
That's really amazing.
we own our own property, which entails about 25 acres, which forces us to be very active because we have to do a lot of fundraisers to support our
Sure.
facility to keep it maintained. So that forces us to get active, and we do get a whole lot of support from our community.
That's amazing. I know you do a lot for the community. Um, your mission is to what? To serve, right? I mean, that's what you do. You
Right.
serve.
That's our motto is we serve. And our main focus is the hearing and sight impaired, diabetes, and then we get into helping veterans, which is one of our big focuses for this year.
Oh wow.
Well, the Elburn Lions Club, you sponsored a service dog through Canine for Michael and Bella. And I can't tell you the difference that has made in Michael's life. Bella is just Michael's everything, and he thanks us all the time and wants us to keep thanking the Elburn Lions Club for supporting him and getting Bella to be his service dog. I mean, it was you held a number of events to raise the funds to provide that service dog to Michael, correct?
Yes, I think we used funds from part of our Elburn Day, which is a big festival. Part of it came from one of our car shows that we hold annually. Um, I believe our Leo Club donated to it, which is our youth organization.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say we got funds from another event.
Yeah, a lot of it also came from the charities side
Yes,
of the organization.
yes.
I know Michael was just when I told Michael who was being sponsored, he was just, taken back. He really was. He couldn't believe that somebody was going to reach out to help him to provide that service dog for him. And if you were to watch Michael train with his service dog, I mean, they have formed such a bond between the two of them. I mean, it's just an amazing gift. Michael just thanks God every day that he's got Bella by his side. Michael, he didn't even leave his house for a long time before he got Bella. He really didn't. He just stayed at home. Didn't want to go out, didn't want to go shopping, didn't want to do anything. I mean, he was just sat in front of that TV for hours upon hours upon hours. And now it's changed him where now he wants to go out. If you've seen him out in public now, you wouldn't think it was the same guy before he received his service dog. Our trainer, Kate, just chimed in, and I'm going to show it on the screen. Michael and Bell, an amazing team. Thank you so much for helping them. That's Kate, our trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can't tell you the difference that you've made in this veteran's life. You really have. I mean, Michael can't thank you enough for what you've done for him. He's totally a different person. Zach could tell you the difference that the service dogs will make in a veteran's life. Zach, why don't you give them a little brief rundown of how it's changed your life?
Oh yeah. I mean, whenever I came in, I was a very shelled up person, to say the least. I didn't talk a lot, didn't communicate, didn't want to go out, none of that. And a few months in, you kind of get forced out of that shell quite a bit. And now, 3 years ago, I would have never thought I would do what I'm doing right now, let alone going out and speaking to groups of people and bringing my service dog with and doing all this other stuff. It changes everything. And you look at these veterans that come in, they're the same way I was. They're quiet whenever they come in. A few months later, they start talking. Another month or two after that, they're chatterboxes. And it's awesome. You see somebody actually become a full person again. It's great.
It is. It really is. To watch them two train. You should all come down to the training center and watch Michael train with this dog. You would be just taken back by it. It really is. Michael and that dog and his dog Bella. It's just everything to him. It really has. You talk about changing someone's life. You made such a difference by sponsoring that service dog for him. It's just a gift that goes beyond words. It really is. Tell us what you have planned for the Elburn's Lions Club in the future.
Well, we are running our bingo event through the winter, which is our main fundraiser during the cold months.
Hmm.
We work that every Friday night with different teams, and that'll go on till the end of April. But in between all that, we'll have other events. We rent our facility, and we'll have birthday parties, celebrations of life, anniversary parties. Um, in the spring and the summer, we'll be doing weddings again. So we stay pretty busy. We do a free spaghetti dinner once a month. Um, just a lot of different things. We'll do drawdown raffles to raise funds. Um, we give the community a good excuse to come out and spend some money.
Yes, that's all. Get them to reach into those pockets and make a donation as well.
Yeah.
And we actually do have another veteran, let's say, a focus program that we're working on. The Lions Club, Elburn Lions, we have sponsored or kind of partnered with the American Legion here in Elburn and the village of Elburn to put up banners honoring our veterans that will be displayed downtown next year for 2-3 month periods. So
Oh,
that
wow.
That's all.
every one of the light poles, we've got 85 light poles. So that's something that we're currently working on right now.
Oh, that's great.
It really is. You're very geared towards the veterans, which is I love. We could be doing so much more for our veterans. If there was more organizations out there like yours that was just geared to helping our veterans, that would be amazing. We have a lot of great organizations out there, but your club takes this to the next level. It really does. Your heart is totally into what you're doing. It's all about our veterans, and that's very obvious in the things that you do. Even how active you are in your community. I was reading where you have a portable vision screening machine. Tell us a little bit about that. How does that work?
It's basically geared towards students and really young children. What it does is it measures their pupils. We have to do it in a fairly dark area, but it measures their pupils against a big database. And if it sees something that's not real normal, it prints out a report for the parents to say that they should follow up with an eye exam. But that's a free screening we do from time to time whenever we have an event where a lot of people, and particularly kids, will be around. I think
So
we,
it's like a preventative thing.
yes, for sure. Because some of the younger kids really they don't know they have a problem. The parents don't know they have a problem.
Right.
And this way they can pursue something that might be there and get it corrected
Sure.
early on. We
That's
recently had a not a spaghetti. We had a breakfast with Santa, and I think they screened 35 kids. And
Wow.
I believe they found two that needed further follow up.
That's
and,
amazing.
and you do the same for hearing aids as well.
We don't really have a means of doing that ourselves, but the district we belong to has a hearing and sight bus, which we can have come out to different events. It's operated by somebody from the Illinois Foundation of Lions, and they will screen people as needed. Whoever wants to have hearing checked.
So again, that just goes to what you do for your community. It really does. You
Yes.
know, I mean, so you put your community first. Um,
Absolutely.
Carrie, you were just elected president.
Yes, July 1st, I was sworn in.
So you were sworn. How long have you been with the club?
I have been a member, I believe, 9 years.
Okay.
Mhm.
I got to know Dory pretty well. Dory's an amazing lady. She
She
really
is.
is. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Yep, former president right before me. She's the one who really got me thinking more about that president role. So, yeah, she pulled me right along.
So she pulls you right into that spot, right?
She did.
And Chuck, you've been around forever.
Well,
And I mean that in
almost.
a good way.
I've been the secretary, I think, 13 years. So I have quite a bit of history with events and lots of presidents.
How long has the Alberns Club been in existence?
They were established in 1929.
1929.
They were sponsored by another club from Lamont, Illinois.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a,
they've been there a while.
yeah, you think?
Yes.
So, do you have any? I mean, what does it take to become a member of the Lions Club? If somebody that's watching a podcast would like to know how they would become a member, what does it take to be a member of the Lions Club?
First and foremost, it's somebody that really wants to volunteer, to give back to the community, to help other people that have needs. And at that point, they need to find somebody within the club that will sponsor them. We ask them to work several events just to get a feel for what does it mean to volunteer and what's involved. And then we'll have them come to a meeting and introduce themselves, and then the board will vote them in as members. You know, and then
So
they
it's
typically get inducted at an annual dinner.
so it's basically hands-on. You want to see what they're gonna.
Yes,
You want them to see what they're getting into.
yes. Well, the more active members we have, the more events we can perform, and the more help we can provide back to our
Well,
community.
it's like canine. We would be lost without our volunteers. We have some volunteers that are just so dedicated to our veterans
Mhm.
that it's an amazing what they give of themselves to help our veterans. I got a call just last night from a young lady who was running for state representative but had to withdraw from the race because of an illness. And she had put me in touch, trying to put me in touch with a family. It's a veterans family that just totally down and out on their luck right now. They have no food, no money, no nothing for their children. So we hooked them up. We're hooking them up with a church that has a food pantry so they can go and stock up on food. We're asking for people to make donations to help them for some gifts for their kids for because they have young kids, so we're trying to get them some presents that the kids could open and stuff like that. But it's people like her and like your organization that fulfilling the needs of our veterans. They really are. We
Yeah.
Mhm.
have so many veterans out there that are in need, and I just don't think we're doing enough for them. You
Mhm.
know, we're not. We've got too many homeless veterans living in the street, and that need help. And I just don't see the country doing enough to help them right now. You know,
Mhm.
Really don't. We need to do more for our veterans. And again, it's because of what you're doing. Like, it's how you changed Michael's life. I know I keep saying that, and I don't want to sound like Pete and repeat, but you have to see the difference you've made in Michael's life from when he first came into the program to where he's at now. I mean, it's a total transformation. Michael talks now. He's outgoing. He's, as long as he's got his dog with him, Michael's a different person. He really is. That dog, Bella, just means the world to him. It really does. And you and your organization made that happen. Without your help, Michael might not have received the service dog. So, you know, you should be very happy how you changed Michael's life. You really did. It's totally a different person.
Well, I mean, that's why we do what we do.
Absolutely. Yep. And I tell you, I was very lucky. I had the opportunity to meet Michael and Bella at the dedication, and you could definitely see the bond. Walking her that last little, 20, 30 feet, and just her pure excitement, seeing, her humans, seeing her dad. It was just so beautiful.
Yeah.
It really was. And I was really honored and just very, very proud to represent the Elburn Lions at that dedication and to just experience that. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime experience.
Oh yeah.
You know, I tell everybody, if you haven't been to one of our presentations of a service dog, you're really missing something because it is such an emotional evening.
It
We
is.
make that evening all about our veterans. We don't promote anything but our veterans that night. It's a night that they should have got when they came home. And we want it to be a special night just for them. And because of what you did, you made it a special night for Michael. Michael, he's just so grateful for what you did for him. It's beyond words. It really is. What are your plans for the future? Anything big coming up that you got going?
As far as big projects, I don't know that there's anything particular right now. I mean, we're always doing something with events.
Yeah, you're like Canine. Oh, always, you know.
There's
Well,
always something to
that's what it takes a small army to pull off an event. It
Oh
really
yeah.
does.
do.
Thank God you've got a great cast of volunteers that are helping you, make this happen for the community and stuff like that. I'm very grateful for our volunteers. We've got an extraordinary. We have a core group of volunteers that, bar none, hands down, I couldn't do what I do for Canine without their help. Our vice president Reggie Latuca. I always say, behind every good man, there's a better woman. Chuck, just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. But I can't thank you enough again, for what you're doing for your community, what you did for Michael and Bella, and I hope you come out to the next presentation to help us honor our another veteran that night. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
We'd love
'Cause
that.
it's a game changer for them. You
Yep.
know, we built a memorial in Shanahan State Park called the Forgotten Warrior Memorial. It's for veterans who lost that battle to PTSD. And we have a huge ceremony out there where we honor the family. We put their name on the back of the memorial. We present the family with a flag. We do a blessing for the memorial and the veterans and stuff. Because I always thought, well, we're helping veterans with their PTSD to get through that struggle, but what are we going to do for the veterans who lost that battle? Because in reality, once a veteran commits suicide because of his PTSD, there's really nothing for them. There's no acknowledgement, there's no fanfare, the family's left with what now? You know what I mean? What could I have done? What should I have done? What didn't I recognize? So we try to give the family some closure, you know. And you have a nice little memorial out by you, right? Veterans,
Yeah, we
isn't
have a
there?
park in town
Right.
with,
It's a large tank.
large tank and a couple of really good sized plaques
Yes.
I don't know. I'll let Carrie talk about those. She knows more about those than I do.
Yeah, they're basically the it's called Veterans Park, and it's just there east on it's on North Street, just east of Village Hall, and there are some plaques there that have the list of some of the local veterans on there. And I know right now for Christmas, there's a beautiful large wreath out in front of the tank. Yep, and I know that that's all sponsored by the American Legion.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. It really is. You guys are a great organization, and I can't thank you enough for what you did for Michael and Bella. I mean, it meant everything to him. I want to thank you for being my guest tonight. Is there anything? Tell us how they could find you on Facebook or your website.
It's pretty easy to find. We're at elburnlions.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's your website.
Yep.
That's our
And if they're
website.
interested in becoming a member, they can go to can they go to your website?
They can go to the website and see what kind of events are coming up. Come on down to the park. Take advantage of one of the events, meet some of us, talk about being a member. We have links on our website for membership applications and just all kinds of information. There's lots
That's
to do.
amazing.
And you can find us all over Facebook. There's Elburn Lions. There's Elburn. There's also the park, Elburn. Yeah, Lions Park. There is also Elburn Days. So that's another Facebook page. So yeah, we've got quite a large social media presence. Also on Instagram. I know on Twitter. So
Yes.
but it's all Elburn Lions.
That's amazing. Well, you know what? Keep doing what you're doing because you're doing some really great things. It really is. It was an honor to meet y'all at the meeting that I went to and stuff. You know, everybody was just so welcoming and friendly. And, you know, it's the kind of group that once you get there, you want to become a part of because it's just, you just are very welcoming.
Well, thank you. And, and again, we look forward to seeing you again in January on the 21st out
Oh,
here. You and
yeah.
Mike, right?
I'm looking forward to it. Believe me.
We are looking forward to hosting you.
No, that'd be great. Chuck, thank you for all you do for your organization.
Well, likewise, the same to you.
I know you put a
Yes, so
lot of
much.
work into making this, your club successful. And it, like I said, it takes a small army to pull it off. And you're doing an amazing job. You really are. So God bless you. Thank you for continuing to support our veterans like you are. And we look forward to working with you in the future. And look forward to seeing you in January.
Right, good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you. You have a good evening.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks.